Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto News TV. In this quick video we're going to be talking about local bitcoins and people getting arrested by the United States government and undercover agents. This was, talked about by Roger Ver in his most recent interview with Cointelegraph and Catherine Ross. We're going to take a quick look at that initial clip and video, what's exactly happening. And this is primarily for businesses, not just people, but also businesses. So it is for both, but it is primarily businesses that are on local bitcoins that accept cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, for example, for their services. It may be for plumbing, it may be for products, a lot of services and products and stuff of that nature. People are starting to accept Bitcoin for, and you can go find them on local bitcoins and use your Bitcoin for their services. However, there's some things that businesses may or may not be aware of, which is they need to have a bit license, which allows them to accept cryptocurrency or Bitcoin in return for their services. And this was, an announcement that didn't happen too long ago, that was made a requirement by law for local businesses to have if they wanted to accept Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. And it seems that majority of these businesses that are accepting cryptocurrency, or a handful of these businesses, may not have this license. They are located in New York or other places in the United States that require this license, and they may have not just gotten it yet or don't understand how to get it or why it is required. Because there is no required license necessarily to start receiving regular cash or fiat money. So I'm sure a lot of businesses may be confused as to why they need a bit license for accepting cryptocurrency, or what the complete reason or requirement is. But either way, let's get into what Roger Ver has to say. He's a huge supporter of Bitcoin Cash. He used to be a huge supporter of Bitcoin. But as things kind of progressed, he kind of transitioned to Bitcoin Cash. He feels that this is more of a suitable cryptocurrency for him. And let's go ahead and actually get into this right now. I have it pulled up here. So we're going to see Catherine Ross, who's going to ask the question, and then hear Roger Ver his response, and kind of go into detail about what exactly is going on with local bitcoins and these undercover agents in arresting people that actually accept cryptocurrency, and plus where might be the best place to start doing business in cryptocurrency if you are one of those businesses.
A lot of jurisdictions that tend to accept crypto or be very friendly to blockchain and crypto ecosystems.
New York is not one of them.
Yeah, so my question is actually about the United States. What do you think in general about the crypto regulations there? Are they fair, given the fact that they're regulated by the 1913 year?
No, they're not fair. They literally have secret undercover government agents going on local bitcoins and then trying to buy bitcoins from people. When they sell them the bitcoins, they arrest the people and toss them in jail for years. This is madness. It needs to stop. So shame on the US for doing that sort of thing. No civilized country would lock people in jail for years for selling bitcoin to another person who wants to buy it because they didn't get permission from some politician. It's madness happening in the US. And man, you're living on the edge doing business in the US when it comes to cryptocurrency. You're living dangerously to do so.
And that's actually true. A lot of people, you guys can actually go and look up a few videos. I might actually leave the links to those videos in the description, where people have actually gone to federal prison because they were in exchange, or they were a service offering people the opportunity to purchase Bitcoin. And that gentleman, he was one of the very first people that offered this service before Coinbase, before all these other people came out. And he's actually in federal prison, or just about to get out of federal prison. And it's absolutely mind-blowing how this thing is still continuing, where even today, if you went to go buy a Bitcoin from some person in person, you would be getting arrested for that. That's absolutely absurd, where just because this individual that has Bitcoin that wants to sell it to another individual peer-to-peer, not necessarily on an exchange or through a third-party service like Coinbase or BitPay or whatever, they wanted to just sell it to their buddy. That's deemed illegal in the United States, and that's absolutely appalling to hear and find out. Let's continue on. He goes to talk about where a good place to be if you want to do business with cryptocurrency would be.
So what is the most friendly crypto ecosystem?
We're filming this here in Malta. Malta's definitely towards the top of that list, if not at the very top. So, of course, it's the countries that have the most economic freedom around the world. So it's the Singapores, the Hong Kongs, the Switzerlands, the Maltas, the Cypruses. The U.S. is falling farther and farther down that list of countries with economic freedom around the world. And it's sad. As someone who's originally from the U.S., it's sad to see that. But the truth is the truth, regardless of how it makes me feel.
And that's something I can absolutely agree with. I mean, the Hong Kongs, the Singapores, these are the countries that are very, very friendly to cryptocurrency. The United States is not at all friendly to cryptocurrency. These regulations and people being arrested, just barely news coming out of it. I mean, it's been happening for a long time, and obviously it is something that needs to stop, and people need to become aware of this, because for it to continue is not appropriate and it's not right. You know, it's well overdue for change, especially in the United States. Or, I mean, a lot of people that are involved in cryptocurrency, you know, they may want to desperately leave the United States, but just can't at this point in time. But sure enough, I guarantee you that they're probably planning to do it, because they understand the future. They understand where things are going. This digital currency, cryptocurrencies, definitely a huge thing, and the United States does not take it lightly whatsoever. So go ahead, you guys, leave a comment in the description. Let me know what you guys think about what's happening with the United States government, how they're arresting people on LocalBitcoins because they accept cryptocurrency or they want to sell cryptocurrency. It's absolutely insane. Roger Ver, you know, he is all about Bitcoin Cash, and we may not personally agree upon that, but what he has to say about what's going on is vitally important, and this is accurate information. And you know, it's important for everybody to take note of this and to do something about it, because just sitting around and watching people get arrested or, you know, imprisoned for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin, a digital currency, not regulated, not centralized, not issued by the United States government, and they're arresting people in the United States by the United States government. It's absolutely absurd and should not be happening at all. So please, you guys, share this video, give it a thumbs up, and like I said, leave your comment in that section below. Let's go and talk about this, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.